Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I found another book that I'm very excited to read. I have a feeling, just by looking at the title, I have a feeling that I'm going to find things in common with this little girl. Maybe I'll be reminded of things that happened when I was a little girl. My dad didn't have a motorcycle, but I have a feeling those are going to be other things that we have in common. My Papi has a motorcycle by Isabel, Quintero, illustrated by Zeke, Peña, and it's a Penguin House book. It's published by them, so I thank them for allowing me to read it to you. My Papi has a motorcycle. I love that she loves unicorns. My Papi has a motorcycle. From him, I've learned words like carburetor, cariño, drill, and dedication. When I hear his gray truck pull into the driveway, I run outside with both of our helmets. Oh, I'll bet that dad is so excited. I bet he just waits for her to come out with those helmets. So look here, she's just reading, goes into the work shed, is exploring the tools, and whoop, she hears something, thump, thump. She runs out. My Papi, the carpenter, is covered in sawdust and smells like a hard day at work. His hands are rough from building homes every day. His job since he first arrived in this country, but even though he comes home tired, he always has time for me. That's nice. When our city is winding down, he takes me for a ride. Today, he's going to show me the new houses he's working on. Papi is careful with my ponytail as he pulls my helmet tight. Oh my goodness, ponytails can get in the way. How nice of him, how gentle of him to be careful with that. When he lifts me onto the smooth black seat, his hands don't feel rough. They don't feel tired. They feel like all the love he has trouble saying. I can relate. My father didn't say, I love you a lot, but I knew he loved me. He showed me in so many different ways. So he tells his little girl, Lista, ready? And she says, sí. Papi revs the engine and the smell of gasoline hits me as he squeezes the accelerator. The accelerator is the thing that makes the motorcycle go forward. Vroom, vroom. Con cuidado, be careful, my mother says. The motor rumbles and growls, and then we take off. Agárrate. Hold on, he tells her. I said that a lot to my children when they were on swings or on their bikes or on my back. Agárrate. The shiny blue metal of the motorcycle glows in the sun. The bright orange sun is on its way down, turning our sky blue and purple and gold. We become a spectacular celestial thing soaring on asphalt. A comet. The sawdust falling from Papi's hair and clothes becomes a tail following us. Oh my gosh, so when she was a little girl, she noticed all these details. The sawdust coming off of him, probably blowing right by her, making a tail behind them. I think that's what makes a good writer, is someone who notices details. Do you notice details? Papi zigzags to the streets. We pass Abuelita's church and Torteguilla La Estrella and stop for stray cats crossing in front of us. Mommy thinks there's too many of them, but I think there's just enough. So there's the tortilleria where they sell tortillas. There's the cats. They stop and let them cross. Rumble, rumble. She must feel so safe and taken care of riding with her Papi. We pass Joy's Market where Mommy buys my gummy bears. Mr. Garcia, our librarian, is walking out the door and nods at us. We nod back. This is how we always greet each other. That's true. It's a very special thing when you know somebody so well that all you have to do is go like this or like this. Oh, that's awesome. See, she notices details. And here's their little store: meat, produce, panaderia, piñatas. We roar past murals that tell our history of citrus groves and immigrants who worked them, and of the famous race that took place on Grand Boulevard 100 years ago. So big mural. I bet you that says Justicia, justice. And look, someone's calling to her, Daisy. That must be her name. Now I know that we're stopping at Don Rudy's Raspadas. We used to have raspas when we were little. They're little snow cones. They were shaved ice put into a paper cone, and then the syrup was poured all over them. We called them raspas. But as we near the shop, we see that it's empty and out of business. I can tell Papi is disappointed. Oh, see the boards? They nailed them on there because it's closed. I imagine that smell of the sweet syrup Don Rudy used to flavor our shaved ice. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I won't be the only one who misses him. Oh, and she's looking back. Agárrate, Daisy. Hold on. As we ride on, I feel and hear everyone and everything we pass by. Each sound landing in my ears rebuilds whole neighborhoods inside me. No matter how far I go from this place, or how much it changes the city, this city will always be with me. That's how I feel about where I grew up. This looks like a little bit of where I grew up. Grass on the sidewalks. We didn't have much sidewalks. Fences like this, palm trees, children playing in the streets, people on their bikes. Oh my goodness, I rode my bike everywhere when I was little. And someone is saying, Mija. That's what I call my daughter, Mija. I call my students Mija too. Adios, mi reina. Goodbye, my queen. Adios, she says. We cruise by Abuelito and Abuelita's old yellow house, the one with the lemon tree that grew from the seeds of the lemons Abuelito used to pick, not far from here. Mommy says we're going to visit them tomorrow to cut nopales from their garden and eat herby albóndigas in Abuelita's kitchen, where the food always tastes better. So here's that lemon tree. We had a lemon tree in my backyard. Oh, and there's nothing like those lemons. When I tasted lemons after we moved from Texas, oh my goodness, they didn't taste the same. I didn't like that. And I never ate the nopales, but my mom and dad ate the nopales. They fixed them. They would pick them and take all the picas off, the thorns, and then they would fry them up. I've tried them since I'm an adult, and they are very tasty. We turn the corner, and then the dogs behind the fences go wild. Frankie, the Logares' labradoodle, escapes from her yard and runs after us. Mercedes Lopez, the fastest runner in our class, races after her. Then, just as fast, the dogs barking and Mercedes and Frankie become a soft hush in the distance. They're right behind us. We ride toward the new homes, replacing the last of the citrus groves. The painters, drywallers, and floor layers all greet us, but we can barely hear their words amid the sounds of hammers and air compressors. Trabajando duro, muchachos. You're working hard. Oh, he's asking, trabajando duro, muchachos? Are you working hard? A little bit, not too much, he says. Even in all that noise, my Papi's voice touches everything. So they pulled out the citrus trees to make room for homes. That happens a lot. This is my favorite part. On Grand Boulevard, we lean into the curve of the street. I make believe that we're in one of the races that took place here so long ago. It's our last lap and we have to win. The crowd cheers us on. I feel Papi's smile as I squeeze my arms tighter around him. We fly around the circle. There's the school where we practice soccer. There's the post office where Mr. Charlie takes our letters. En la panaderia where Papi buys conchas on Sunday mornings. We used to buy conchas on Sunday mornings too. She says, around the circle. Vamos, Papi, faster, faster. Oh, how fun. Here it is, all of our beautiful city. My eyes try to catch everything, but the colors of houses blend into one another. Red, blue, green, orange, pink. Vroom, they're going fast. We ride, ride, ride until the blue glow from the motorcycle begins to dim. And our comet tail has been left behind on the streets we've traveled. We head home and slowly the engine echoes us back onto our street and then our driveway, our finish line. Mommy and little brother hear the motorcycle and run out to greet us. Mommy waves us in just like a referee. Papi and I can't stop laughing. We had a good ride. Through our laughter, I hear a familiar sound. Honk, honk, raspados. Oh, wow, maybe they're going to get their raspas. Let's see. I think about my city and all the changes that it's been through and all the changes that will come. Chicle y fresa, por favor. Those are the flavors she wants. Bubblegum and strawberry. Good choice. But I know that here in our little house, there are things that will always stay the same. Mañana, we fly again. Tomorrow, we'll fly again. Oh, what a nice tradition for the two of them to have. Do you have like traditions that you do with your mom and dad all the time? Maybe just with your mom or maybe just with your dad. That creates nice memories. Thank you for joining me. Until next time.